What's up, LC? I'm Taylor Zazovsky.
And I'm Alex Yates.
Welcome back to your third installment of LC TV.
This week we're going to get the scoop on students driving to the Career Center.
Along with last-minute options for homecoming dress shopping.
And don't forget the return of Bagley's Nutritional Facts. Now we're going to take a look at some current news.
India has announced a ban on electric cigarettes as the backlash gathers pace worldwide about a technology promoted as less harmful than smoking tobacco. The announcement by India on Wednesday came a day after New York became the second U.S. state to ban flavored e-cigarettes following a string of vaping-linked deaths. The decision was made keeping in mind the impact that e-cigarettes have on the youth of today.
Now we're going to take a look at how Japan is dealing with their radioactive waste.
Since 2011, over 1 million tons of contaminated water have flooded the Fukushima power plant in Japan. Now officials are stuck with a choice to either drain the accumulating water into the ocean, which would pollute the water of the surrounding area and hurt the rebuilding fishing economy nearby, or use one of the other options, such as vaporization or storing it on land. A decision has not been made yet until all the facts are collected. There's been some controversy about students driving to the Career Center. Let's get some more info about that.
A whole bunch of people and I don't like taking the bus to the Career Center because we don't see why we're not allowed to drive ourselves when we're allowed to drive to school.
It doesn't make sense that we're not allowed to drive to the Career Center because if we miss the bus, which leaves at 7:05, then we have to stay here for the next 3 hours when we could have easily drove ourselves to Career Center. We talked to Mr. Freeman to get a better understanding of why this policy is enforced.
Career Center students currently have to ride the bus. Basically, it's a safety issue. If you look at any rule or policy that we have here at Lake Central, or even as a parent for your parents have for you as a child, most everything is based on safety. And we did have incidents in the past where some students, probably 5 or 6 years ago, had the ability to drive to the Career Center and made poor choices, and that's why now as a corporation we think it's in the best interest and the safety of our students to have everybody ride the bus. I think it has a positive impact on students. It doesn't, now students, when they go to the Career Center, they don't have to worry about driving, they don't have to worry about traffic. Unfortunately, with the schedule of the Career Center and the schedule here, they don't have the opportunity to eat. By riding on the bus, that gives them an opportunity to brown bag it on the way back to school. So I think it has a positive effect on our students. I actually think it's beneficial to having all the students on the bus, just as far as tardies for both schools are concerned. If all of our students are on the bus together and our bus is late, the Career Center's not worried about individual tardies and dealing with that. Same coming back when they get to Lake Central. If there's a delay on the bus and everybody's tardy, it's not 1 or 2 kids coming in and individual. So I actually think it's beneficial and actually saves time having all the students on the 2 buses.
We hope that this cleared up any questions or concerns anyone might have had. If you would like to, feel free to contact Mr. Freeman to get any more information that you're looking for. Stay safe on the roads, Lake Central.
Homecoming is next Saturday, so let's go take a stop at White Iris for last-minute dress shopping.
Hi, I'm the owner of White Iris. My name is Angie. We are located here right across the street from LC in St. John, Indiana. I built this store for every girl, and that's why you'll notice when it says White Iris, the W and the I stands for we. That means it's made for all of us, and we together can shop this store. When I'm looking at somebody, I just get a feeling of a style that belongs to them, that I can see them basically rocking when they go into homecoming. There is kind of like no science. It's more, for me, it's like a gut feeling. I like to shake up the marketplace. Right now I like bold neons, I like loud colors. I'm trying to get the girls to stay away from navy and burgundy because those are safe colors. I want them to step outside of their box. I want them to wear something bold or shiny. I want them to be able to be noticed in a lineup of your group. I want that girl to be able to stand out and not just blend. My advice to the girls is don't stick to a label. You should stick to the style of dress or the dress itself. Don't let the label dictate you because a lot of labels have ups and downs, peaks and valleys. So make sure that when you are purchasing a dress, it's not just because it says Sherry Hill. Buy it because it's for the dress.
Make sure to go check those dresses out.
Now let's pass it over to Sports Update.
The football team unfortunately fell to Crown Point 10-0 last week. It was a close game, but the boys came up just short. They will travel to LaPorte on Friday night to take on the LaPorte Slicers in a conference game. Good luck to the football team. The girls cross-country team placed second at the Bob Thomas Invite this weekend, and the boys cross-country team finished third in the invite. The girls had 3 runners finish in the top 20. Hannah Roth finished 8th, Natalie Kransky finished 11th, and Taylor Kruziak finished 15th. Both teams will head to the Culver Academy Invite this weekend.
Congratulations to the Lady Indians golf team for winning the DAC Invite this week. The Indians shot .346 for a one-stroke victory over Crown Point to claim the DAC title with an undefeated 14-0 conference record. Our Athlete of the Week also goes out to 2 girl golfers, Danielle Colantuno and Sarah Sanders, both shooting par 82 in the tournament.
The boys soccer team last Saturday beat LaPorte 4-0. On Monday, they fell to Morton 1-0. This week, we caught up with Emilio Zambrano to see how the boys soccer team is doing this season. I'm here with Emilio Zambrano, now a center back for Lake Central. Emilio, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm a junior here at Lake Central High School. I play soccer for the varsity boys soccer team here. I've been playing varsity for 3 years now.
Yeah, and you guys started the season a little rough. A tough loss at home to Crown Point, 4-0. What kind of changed for you guys after that game? You guys sort of seemed to find a little bit of a rhythm after that.
I think we took the Crown Point game as a motivation. We knew that it was going to be a tough conference game, especially first game playing on turf. You know, a field change right before the game. We knew that during Crown Point we were going to have a lot of fans counting our name and a lot of pressure on us. So just losing that game, I feel like we had a chip on our shoulders ever since that to regain our home field, our conference, and I think we have been doing successfully.
So every year you guys lose players and you try not to let it affect you. How did past players help you develop your game into this year?
I think it was more of a role model type of situation where we looked up to those players, but now that they're gone, I feel like we've stepped up, and our seniors this year have really shown our lower classmen how to play, how to get used to the field, and just has been a role model to us in the field today.
So you guys had a big win against Munster, 4-1. How much were you looking forward to that game because they knocked you guys off in sectionals last year?
I feel like that game was more of that was going to war. We were going to war with them. We knew that during that game we lost during sectionals, we got taken out. I feel like that game was our motivation to just play with our hearts and just play for ourselves and for our team to represent our school. I knew that during that game, even if it didn't mean anything, it wasn't a sectional game, it wasn't a conference game, I knew that we had to be 100%.
How much does last year's sectional loss motivate you? Postseason's coming up soon. How much does last year's loss motivate you coming into this year?
Well, losing the streak of our sectional wins, we knew that we had to be big. We knew we had to find some rhythm, find some chemistry during our team, especially since we started to be young. Hearing that word young just motivated us to know that us during the team, we knew we had to be stronger all around.
Well, Emilio, I want to thank you for taking some time to join us. If you want to check out Emilio and the boys soccer team, they have a home game on Saturday and a home game on Monday. Thanks for the time, Emilio.
Thank you.
The boys tennis team has their final 2 home games next week. Hanover on Monday and Chesterton on Tuesday. Look to finish the season out strong, boys.
The cheer team has their first competition of the season on Saturday right here at Lake Central. Be sure to come out and support the cheer team.
The volleyball team looks to rebound after taking tough 3-0 losses this past week against LaPorte and Munster. The team will travel to Lowell and Chesterton next week. Now, let's check out a highlight video from our past Bishop Knoll game.
Sheets is in the chair, and Mr. Jeff Kincaid will be in front.
We here at LCTV would also like to offer condolences to the Lake Central volleyball team and specifically the Coosbell family after the sad loss of Dawn Coosbell, who lost her battle with cancer this week.
Thanks for the update, guys. Now we're gonna take a pit stop at the auto shop.
So I was in intro last year and this is my first PM auto class.
We come to school later and we stay later too to work on cars from teachers, students. Doesn't matter, we take about anywhere.
The average day, we clean on Fridays. At the end of the week, we always have to clean, and we learn a lot about the electric circuits. So we're learning about that, which is pretty fun, normal. And we work on whatever cars come in. We try getting our hands dirty a little bit, so try staying active.
The one thing I take from this class that I can't get anywhere else is having a teacher that supports you a lot, you know? Like Mr. Fisher's always here to help us. He's always walking around making sure that we're doing what we're doing.
You're like a family. You're learning new things and people are helping you all the time and you always have each other's back. Like if you don't know something, someone else most likely knows it and they're gonna help you with it no matter what. And it's great to have that connection, to bond with new people. So yeah.
If you're having car trouble, make sure to talk to one of the students in auto.
Now it's time for our favorite segment, Begley's Nutritional Facts.
Morning, Lake Central. Who wants to learn about food? You do. It's time for Mr. Begley's Nutritional Facts. Which one of these fruits is considered a berry? Surprisingly, it's the avocado. The avocado is a berry. Botanically speaking, the avocado fits all the requirements for a berry, even more so than strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. It's the avocado.
That was very interesting.
Well, that wraps up our show for this week. I'm Taylor Zazovsky.
And I'm Alex Yates.
We'll see you next week.